Commissions on the Open Network, TON, decreased by 2.5 times. The Open Network team has announced that network fees have been reduced by 2.5 times. Since April 16, the blockchain has also implemented a discount on transactions involving Tether, USDT. The decision to reduce network fees was approved by validators, as reported by the developers in the project's official Telegram channel. It is noted that the size of the fees will now vary depending on the price of Toncoin in US dollars. For example, if one TON is priced at $7, the first transaction with Jetons, an altcoin based on TON, will cost the user 6 cents. All subsequent transactions will be priced at 4 cents. In addition, the project team has announced several updates. Specifically, starting from April 16, there is a special discount on USDT transactions on TON. The fee for the first transfer has been reduced from 0.032 TON to 0.02 TON, and subsequent transfers are now approximately 0.0145 TON. It is worth noting that the stablecoin USDT became available on the Open Network at the end of last week. Furthermore, TON developers are planning to implement pre-compiled smart contracts in the blockchain. This will reduce resource consumption in the network and associated contract fees. How high could the price of SHIB soar in May 2024? In the cryptocurrency world, few assets have captured as much attention as Shiba Inu. This meme coin has succeeded in the unpredictable market despite being born from internet culture. As May 2024 approaches, the community is keenly attempting to forecast the meme coin's price trajectory. Following a tumultuous week that saw a plunge to the price floor, the cryptocurrency market is now showing signs of recovery. Today, Bitcoin has broken another threshold, but not all altcoins have followed its lead. For instance, SHIB has shown little change over the past 24 hours, currently trading at $0.00002598, while maintaining a weekly gain of 14.4%. Amid this modest rise, activity among major coin holders, known as whales, has intensified. Notably, one such whale transferred a colossal 3 trillion SHIB tokens valued at $79.94 million, causing a stir within the Shiba Inu community. The transaction tracking service Whale Alert monitored a transfer between mysterious wallets that surprised many for several reasons. Not only the scale of the transaction was noteworthy, but also the fact that the sender is among the top 100 wealthiest SHIB addresses. While the community is busy discussing these transactions, Changelly has released a forecast for the meme cryptocurrency's price at the start of May. According to their estimates, the minimum price of Shiba Inu in May will be $0.0000364. The maximum price it could reach next month is projected to be $0.0000941, with the average price expected to oscillate around $0.0000653. The SEC is leaning towards not approving spot ETH/ETFs in May. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, is likely to reject applications for the launch of spot Ethereum-based exchange-traded funds, ETFs, according to industry experts and representatives from investment firms awaiting regulatory approval, as reported by Reuters. Key decision dates are set for May 23 and 24, when officials are expected to rule on applications from VanEck and ARK Investments. Several companies that received approval in January to launch similar products based on Bitcoin, including VanEck, ARK, BlackRock, Fidelity, Bitwise, Franklin Templeton, and Grayscale, have submitted applications for spot ETH funds. Sources tell Reuters that during recent meetings with potential issuers of ETH/ETFs, SEC officials showed little interest in discussing the significant details of the new products. This contrasts sharply with their behavior during the approval process for Bitcoin funds, when they actively provided feedback to companies and recommended specific changes to increase the likelihood of approval. Jan van Eck, CEO of VanEck, has already speculated that his company's application might be rejected in May, a sentiment echoed by Bloomberg analyst James Seyffart. Seyffart attributed his prediction to the lack of initiative shown by officials in their interactions with issuers. Meanwhile, Grayscale's chief legal officer Craig Somm has stated that officials do not require additional consultations, as many issues related to the launch of crypto funds have already been resolved during the BTC ETF agreement process. Some applicants expect the SEC to reject their applications due to insufficient statistical data on the ETH market. Matt Hogan, head of Bitwise, suggested that officials might point out that not enough time has elapsed since the launch of ETH futures ETFs to gather the necessary data. Todd Rosenbluth, head of ETF and mutual fund research at VettaFi, speculated that the approval of spot products might be postponed until the end of 2024. Benchmark analysts suggest that MicroStrategy, MSTR, a developer of analytics software, could be eligible for inclusion in the S&P 500 index if it adopts new accounting standards. The transition to these standards would allow the company to report earnings of over $300 per share for the first quarter, thus meeting the last requirement for index inclusion. MicroStrategy's corporate strategy is partly based on the acquisition and long-term holding of Bitcoin. As of March 19, the company owned 214,246 BTC valued at $13.9 billion at current prices, with an acquisition cost of $7.53 billion. According to benchmark experts, since MicroStrategy started holding Bitcoin on its balance sheet, it has recorded cumulative impairment losses of $2.27 billion due to the ASC 350 rule from the Financial Accounting Standards Board, FASB. Last year, the FASB issued new guidance allowing companies with digital assets on their balance sheets to assess them at fair value and reflect these changes in net income in each reporting period. The new rules take effect on January 1, 2025, but early adoption is permitted. Furthermore, MicroStrategy's founder and chairman, Michael Saylor, positively assessed the new guidance, stating that it removes a major obstacle to corporate adoption of the cryptocurrency. Benchmark estimates that the early adoption of this standard would allow the company to report a profit instead of the anticipated quarterly loss of 55 cents per share. Currently, MicroStrategy meets nearly all the criteria for inclusion in the S&P 500, according to the report. The company is based in the U.S., its shares are highly liquid, 50% of its circulating shares are available for trading, and its market capitalization exceeds $18 billion. For the committee to consider including MSTR in the S&P 500, it must also report a positive profit for the most recent quarter. Benchmark notes that MicroStrategy has reported losses in 10 of the last 14 quarters. Early adoption of the new standards means that the company could meet this final criterion. However, analysts have suggested that the company might not implement the new standards in the near future due to uncertain tax consequences.